You text them. 3 hours pass. No reply. You start spiraling, wondering what you did wrong. Then a reply comes. Casual, short, as if no time passed at all. You assume this is about you. It almost never is. Somewhere in that person's brain, a switch flipped the moment things started feeling close. Not because they don't care, because closeness itself registers as danger. Psychologists call it avoidant attachment. In the late 1960s, researcher Mary Ainsworth ran an experiment called the strange situation. A mother and toddler sat together. The mother left, then returned. Most children cried, then rushed to her with relief. That's secure attachment. But some children showed almost no distress. When the mother returned, they ignored her. Researchers assumed they simply didn't care. But Ainsworth measured their heart rates. Underneath that calm exterior, their bodies were in full alarm. The body panics. The face stays neutral. The need exists. It just never reaches the surface. Why would a child learn to do that? Because somewhere along the way, showing need stopped working. Maybe a parent was overwhelmed, or affection was inconsistent. The child's nervous system concludes that reaching out isn't worth the risk. Nobody decides this consciously. It becomes the default operating system for every relationship that follows. Psychiatrist John Bowlby proposed that this bond isn't just comfort, it's biological necessity. He believed early attachment patterns become an internal working model, an unconscious blueprint the brain uses to predict how relationships work. If closeness was met with rejection, the model says people are dangerous to need. That model doesn't update just because you grow up. For someone avoidant, it says one thing on repeat. Connection eventually leads to disappointment, so don't let it get too deep. Here's where it gets counterintuitive. Avoidant people don't avoid relationships. They enter them, sometimes intensely. What they avoid is the vulnerability once a relationship starts asking something of them. Things are good, then things start feeling real. And right at that threshold, something shifts. They get busy. They need space. They start noticing flaws they didn't notice a month ago. Researchers call this deactivation, the unconscious suppression of the attachment system when intimacy feels threatening. Distancing, focusing on flaws, idealizing independence. All of it turns the volume down on a need that feels too dangerous to feel. The partner on the receiving end almost always thinks it's something they did. But deactivation isn't a response to who the partner is. It's a response to how close things have gotten. The better the relationship is going, the more dangerous it feels, because the more there is to lose. Psychiatrist Stephen Porges developed polyvagal theory, examining how the nervous system constantly scans for safety or threat beneath conscious awareness. For someone avoidant, intimacy itself can register as a threat at the neurological level. Heart rate shifts, muscles tense. The urge to create distance isn't a choice, it's closer to a reflex. This is the part that changes how you see the people in your life who do this. Avoidant attachment isn't coldness. It's a nervous system that learned, very young, that needing someone was the most dangerous thing it could do. Without awareness, the pattern repeats on a loop. Intimacy builds, deactivation kicks in, distance grows, and the original belief gets reinforced. See, closeness doesn't work out. But here's the hopeful part. Attachment styles aren't fixed sentences. Researchers call it earned, secure attachment, when someone gradually builds a new internal model through therapy, a steady relationship, or self-awareness. One where closeness is met, not with disappointment, but with consistency. So the next time someone you care about goes quiet, write when things start feeling real, remember what's happening underneath. It isn't a verdict on your worth. It's an old alarm system, firing the only response it ever learned. And the next time you pull away from someone who's done nothing but show up for you, ask yourself, is this protecting you from something real or from something that happened long ago to someone much smaller than you are now? You texted them. 3 hours passed. And somewhere in that silence was a story that started long before either of you ever met.